Welcome everyone to the first reveal showcase for Project Silver. My name is Silver Roxas, the project director for this fan game, featuring our favorite future psychokinetic hedgehog, Silver. Today we are going to reveal the first look at Project Silver's gameplay, followed by some developer commentary from our department leads. This is a very early pre-alpha build of the game, showing all our progress since we began development late last year. Without further ado, please enjoy this gameplay showcase. Take this!
Wish I could go up. Let's go!
Project Silver is a 3D momentum-based action game featuring platforming, combat, exploration, and more. Silver retains all of his abilities from Sonic 06/Project 06, including multiple new powers and abilities. We think you will all love to see what we have in store in the future. As for me, I have loved Silver the Hedgehog ever since he first debuted nearly 20 years ago. I'm about as big of a fan as you can get for him, being a fan voice actor, VTuber, and cosplayer of Silver. I am honored to have this opportunity to be part of this project to give Silver what he's always deserved, a full game of his very own, working on both the main story of the game as well as overseeing the other departments. I'll bet you want a small tease about the story. Silver, upon returning to the future, finds it immediately in disarray, a dystopian new empire ruled by Sage. Before he can return to the past to prevent this awful future, Sage manages to block his time travel abilities and lock him in this new dystopian future. Now, Silver must find a way to take the fight to Sage and defeat her in this future to then be able to save the past to prevent the global war that led to her conquest. Now, please check out the rest of our amazing department leads and hear what they have to say about Project Silver.
Hello, Sonic fans, one and all. Thank you for joining us on this auspicious day. My name is Titan VA, or just Titan if you're feeling fancy, and I'm the producer and voice director for Project Silver. You know, there's a lot of iconic voice lines across the Sonic franchise. Whether it be an inspiring quote from Sonic about personal freedom, Eggman shouting, "You blasted hedgehog!" as the blue blur ruins his plans, or Shadow wondering where that fourth Chaos Emerald is, these performances have a way of staying with us. That, my friends, is the power of voice acting. breathing life into these characters we love so dearly and making them feel all the more real. I myself have been a voiceover artist for 6 years now, working on many fan projects and even leading some of my very own. I've been a Sonic fan for as long as I can remember. My first exposure to the series was Sonic X on 4Kids, and from there, I just sort of fell down a rabbit hole of fan content and flash games on both YouTube and Newgrounds. I wouldn't pick up any actual Sonic games until Sonic Unleashed for the PS2. I have vivid memories of the opening cutscene and banter between Jason Griffith's Sonic and Mike Pollock's Dr. Robotnik, thinking it was the coolest thing in the world to act in a video game, and hope to do it myself one day. Although I tend to favor our favorite Blue Hedgehog, I cannot deny that Silver is an awesome character. He's easily one of the highlights of Sonic 06 for me. He's got an iconic design, abilities that were delightfully fun to use, and the performance by Pete Capella and Daisuke Ono was nothing short of magnificent. For the longest time, I hoped Silver would get his own solo outing, a game that explored his character further, showed off some awesome new abilities, and focused on the cast in the future. Now, here we are, and I'm a part of bringing these characters to life. I couldn't be more thankful. Now, it's time to address the number one question the team gets asked. Titan VA, I hear you shouting, when will auditions come out? Where can I audition? How do I audition? Well, I'm here to give you all the answers. Voice acting is one of the last high-priority tasks in game development, so while they aren't open now, they will be open eventually. When we do open auditions, we will announce it in our community server and on our social media platforms to let you know when they come out. Auditions will be held on Casting Call Club and will likely be open for around 2 to 3 months before we decide on a shortlist. Then, from that shortlist, we will ultimately narrow down who gets the role after some more auditioning. Some tips I recommend while you wait is please be patient, practice, 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 and when the time comes, give it your all. If you have any questions or want any more tips, be sure to hit me up in the community server. I'd love to talk to you. Anyway, that's all it for me. Thank you once again for joining us, and I'll see you around. Oh, and one other thing. I lied. Neo Sage auditions open May 22nd. See you then.
Hello everyone, I'm Ludwig, lead artist for Project Silver. It is a great honor to speak with you. First and foremost, thank you all for being here and believing in us. As a lead artist and a college graduate with a graphic design certification and a freelance illustrator, illustrating Sonic-related ideas has come full circle. As a child, I used to sit at lunch and recess at school, drawing Sonic characters in my notebooks. I even dedicated spiral notebooks to Sonic-related images that I would print out to decorate my school albums, dreaming that one day I would be an artist working in comics, films, or even games. For as long as I can remember, Sonic and his friends have always taught me to explore the untapped potential in a universe full of endless possibilities with courage and optimism. To never back down when the going gets tough, and even to strive to change the future in many ways. Through all my trials and tribulations, I sit here in front of all of you with this amazing team as a first-time art lead in any project I could ever hope to dream of. For what seems like forever, I have been honing my artistic skills not only in the digital world, but in my personal life, creating pieces of my soul that I wanted to show off to the world. Being part of Project Silver has allowed me to share and develop these ideas with creative minds from all around the world. Together, our talented team, artists and writers, collaborated closely at every stage to create environments and designs with the utmost care and creative flair befitting Silver. Every visual element you see in this mini showcase was shaped by our collective efforts. Every model and asset started from initial team sketches and underwent multiple revisions. Not only reviewed by me, but also thoughtfully evaluated by other artists and team members. Each color was chosen in collaboration to ensure we matched the cohesive vision set by our writing and design teams. Closing off with my final statement, thank you for believing in us, and to the artists in the chat striving for a chance at being part of something grand, keep chasing that dream. We need more dreamers like you. Don't give up on that future you long for. It's not over yet. Ludwig, signing off and over to a great musical lead.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for this special presentation. My name is Mithri, and I'm the lead of the sound team for Project Silver. As fans of the Sonic franchise, I'm sure you would agree that there's something special about the music in the games. From the hip-hop and New Jack Swing-inspired sounds of the 90s, to the hard rock influence of the 2000s era, to the more electronic tracks present in the modern games. One thing you can say about almost every game in the franchise is that the music is impeccable. It's been a dream of mine to capture that special feeling, and working on this project has allowed me to help reach that goal thanks to the hard work of the entire team. For that, I'm extremely grateful, and would like to give a special shout out to the other members of the sound team. I couldn't do this without all of you. It's an immense undertaking and a true honor to help design the music and sound for a game like this, and you have my word that the team is working with everything we have to ensure that players will truly connect with the world we're creating. Each of us has a deep understanding of the importance of music in helping to give a game its soul, and I hope that the soul we put into this game will resonate deeply with you all. Sonic has had a special place in my heart ever since I was a child, where some of the first games I played were fan-made Sonic Flash games on the family computer. To take part in a fan project in this world is a dream come true, and to see the level at which every department has been operating is an inspiration like I've never had before. We're all so excited to share more with you, and can't thank you enough for joining us on this journey.
Hey Silver fans, I'm Rocket Jimmer, the lead programmer for Project Silver. While I do have a degree in computer science, this is the first game I've ever worked on, and the first time I've ever led a programming team. I've been a Sonic series fan for almost as long as I can remember, and I've been frustrated from the untapped, latent potential in Silver as a game character for a while now. I mean, a game featuring him that takes advantage of his abilities in a physics playground environment? Sign me up! Anyway, I like the classic games most of all, but the adventure and some boost games are also pretty fun. For the past year or so, I've been designing and programming the framework we're using to make this game, Olive Engine. Olive Engine's main goal is to achieve classic Sonic accurate physics in 3D where possible, implement adventure-inspired physics and some SRB2-inspired physics to fill in gaps like steering, and allow for any other additional system to coexist with minimal detriment to it and the base physics. For example, Project Silver has psychokinesis and light character action combat mechanics custom made by our team, and these systems don't override or conflict with the movement. At most, they have special movement states that play nice with momentum and transition smoothly from and into the standard traversal states. The combat, by the way, is heavily inspired by games like Nier Automata and Kingdom Hearts. What was I thinking making my first game so complex, you ask? I wasn't. Also, when I say classic Sonic accurate, I mean I'm converting Sega Genesis or Mega Drive pixels into meters, specific to about 8 decimal places. We have decided on a few changes to acceleration, mid-air gravity, and air resistance to feel more adventure-esque though. That said, the momentum is still all classic. If you're interested in a game that goes all in with the classic accurate physics, with minimal compromises, has maneuvers like the spin dash and peel out, and has a much larger focus on melee combat and speed in an open zone environment, keep an eye out for a game called Dark Olive: The Trial. That's my other first game I'm making alongside this one. 90% of the movement code is the same between it and Project Silver. I'll give you one guess as to where Olive Engine gets its name from. Anyway, that's enough for me, so I'll hand you all off to the next lead developer.
Hey all, Shard here. I'm the writing lead for Project Silver. Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the first games I was exposed to as a kid. Playing through the neighbor's Genesis and becoming fascinated with the lock-on technology sparked an ongoing interest in game design and led to me diving deep into the history of the franchise and its forms of media. Silver naturally became a favorite of mine due to his unique powers and my tendency to favor characters ignored or unfavored by the masses. So I think it's only fitting that my second rodeo on my game-making journey should serve as a proper tribute that Silver deserves of his own game, with him as the hero and no one to sideline him. I wanted to try my hand at a somewhat darker, more serious storyline as opposed to the more comedic antics I usually end up writing that still managed to pay proper homage to the many eras and continuities of Sonic the Hedgehog, at least to the best of my ability, knowing how each take and characterization has its fans. But I wanted to ensure that the world we built for this game would simultaneously feel like something you could get out of an official Silver the Hedgehog game or comic storyline, with some of my personal favorites being the Silver Age or the Silver Saga from both Archie continuities. So I've spent many nights researching and rememorizing the lore of Sonic the Hedgehog and its different continuities across media to Find what best fits for this story. At the end of the day, what you see is what you get. An optimistic hedgehog who can be as bright as his powers in even the bleakest of futures. He's never lost hope, and he'll carry any burden in his never-ending quest to protect the future. I won't reveal anything major in terms of plot beats, but I and the other writers have been very excited to build up our own dystopian future for a world with no use for hope, and for fans like you to become the hope for a better tomorrow that Silver embodies so well as you tear Sage's empire apart. But that's enough rambling from this writer, so I'll pass it along to the next in line.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Fox, 3D art and animation lead for the Silver game. Triangles are awesome. I would say I've spent pretty much my entire life messing with whatever sort of artistic medium I could get my grubby little hands on, especially if it had anything to do with characters. Them and the world of any media is usually kind of my main focus and what'll get me to care about a story most, which is probably mostly related to my being a Sonic fan from a young age. I think the series as a whole has gotten me to care about art and storytelling a lot more than I would have without it being there for nearly all of my life, like a brain parasite. Of those mediums, I always feel most of my element with anything to do with 3D, like polygons or shaders or effects or movement or just game dev. And this too is mostly Sonic's fault, because as a kid I stumbled upon a random YouTube tutorial on how to make a Sonic model in Blender and thought it looked cool, so I downloaded Blender and condemned my soul to making Sonic models for eternity. To feed the brain parasite. Because of these things, I'm pretty familiar with fan projects like this one, kind of bounced between one and the other for a while, and so when I first saw the Silver Future concepts by Cornart, I, like a lot of fans then, thought a game like that would be really cool. So when I found out about this project, I signed up the first instant applications were open. So, naturally, my immediate priority when I got in was I have to model the White Hedgehog right now, because I think it was important to get his core look right before anything else. And then I kept doing that, but more, for like everything I'd related in the game, and I'm a lead now. I had the explicit goal of trying to honor Cornart, being the person to start this entire idea, by trying to match aspects of his specific art and rendering style, pushing a more stylized look for the game in a way that's not really seen too often, and I plan to push that a lot further than what the gameplay here has already revealed. So I've been doing a lot of research and studying for art styles and techniques, while trying to get all the artists under this same vision. Really, the entire 3D art team has put some incredible work into this. Some phenomenal animations and great environments and props and just so much cool stuff I really can't wait for everyone to see. And I can't thank this team enough for how much of a joy it's been to work with them all.
Hi, I'm Topspin the Fuzzy, and I'm the level design lead on Project Silver, but I've contributed a ton of other work as well. Some of you might recognize me from a few things, be it animation or voice work. I've been a Sonic fan my whole life, and as characters go, Silver is my favorite, and I think it's a shame that we haven't seen much of the time he's from outside of Sonic 06. And that's part of why I find this project so fun to work on. Aside from getting to be a part of making something that's genuinely fun, it's interesting to tackle something that is uniquely Silver. To that end, where designing levels is concerned, it's important to me that they lean into Silver's strengths and moreover emphasize things that only Silver can do, while also making sure that the design of the level itself helps to tell the story of this particular brand of ruined future. I do my best to make sure that the levels feel solidly rooted in the reality of this world while still having all the types of gameplay elements you'd expect in an action platformer. Making sure that the player has something to engage with and challenge them in some way at every step has been a priority, as well as ensuring the player has a number of options in how they can progress forward. And what you're seeing now is just an early level. You can be sure that the later ones will go absolutely wild.
Thank you all for watching our showcase. Linked in the description below on our X/Bluesky accounts and our community Discord is a feedback form where you can give detailed feedback about what you thought about the gameplay revealed. There will also be a feedback channel in our community server as well. Also, we are opening applications for Phase 2 of development where we are seeking more level designers, combat programmers, environmental and texture artists, and 3D modelers and animators. If you are skilled in any of these roles, please also click the linked form below or on our socials. If you want to help Project Silver be as good as it can possibly be, apply today. This channel will have a dedicated playlist for all future Project Silver videos and information as well. As stated by Titan, Sage Editions will go live soon. Please stay tuned for that announcement. Finally, the Project Silver team is planning to be at Sonic Expo Dallas later this year, hopefully with a special surprise in tow. So catch us there perhaps. Anyway, until next time, it's no use.